y'all, it's Nerd Mom here. Today I want to talk about one of the things I get the most frequent questions on in life, which is how do I get my kid to love to read? My 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old child, most frequently, frankly, boys, don't like to read. How do I make them love to read? I really caution you first to look at what you really want your child to know. I can give you all the tips and tricks in the world to the mechanics of reading, to reading material, to all those things. And I've written posts about that, and I'll write more posts about that to come. But more often than not, when you look at a child who can't read or doesn't like to read, it's because they're not very good at it. Not to say you can't hand them a cereal box and say, read me the cereal box, but they don't do it fluently enough to enjoy it. So I recommend parents going back to the basics and starting over. I always say start earlier than you think your child needs in the process. That way they have a sense of mastery. But when I've talked to parents about this, they say, yeah, but they just don't want to. Well, to me, the big issue in teaching your child any life skill is the fact that you want them to develop good life principles. And one of those life principles is it's hard to do the hard thing, but it's worth it. I encourage you to remember what you truly want to teach your child is not reading or math or science or how to hula hoop or play football. What you really want to teach them is, of course, to love learning, but beyond that, you want to give them the strength of character to try the hard thing, to try the thing they have no idea how to do. Or they do it just well enough but don't master it, so they're a little embarrassed to try it anymore. Now, don't set them up to do it in front of a classroom or their peers or out on the street when they're playing with their friends. Reading specifically is a perfect thing to do parent and child. It's a great project over the summer. But I encourage you to address the issue, which is not reading. The issue is actually trying and doing and persevering, something that is hard or difficult for you to do. There are lots of things that we don't have a natural talent for, and some children have a natural talent for reading. Some don't. But through perseverance, any child can learn to read to the level that they enjoy it. It may take some time, and it may be something that you do where you read a page and they read a page. And I strongly encourage you to allow them to read whatever they want to read, as long as it's morally within your guidelines. But don't focus on whether or not they can read. Give them the encouragement to continue trying something that you know is hard for them. And when they can read to the level that they enjoy it, don't just reward their reading, reward their perseverance, because that's the life lesson that will pay off 100-fold. So I hope that helps, and Nerd Mom out.